And ladies and gentlemen, Justin McCormick back again, another NFL 2K5 video. I got a little run play here where I ended up scoring a touchdown from just beyond the 20-yard line, about a 26-yard run for the touchdown. A little bit of user skills on this one, and a little bit of video game luck on this one. I'll show you its speed first. Okay, for those of you that haven't played 2K5 enough to see that little tiny little hiccup, I'm going to zoom real close into the ball carrier here, which this is Perry. Perry's my backup guy. My main player was injured, and so I had to bring this guy in. So what I've got is I've got myself a little outside run, and I'm following the blockers. And the first little instance I do is I do my last second juke like I normally do. Now, I'll rotate it around to kind of give you an idea. This game was not perfect. A lot of the problems with it is the fact that there's interactions where the frontal part of this defender and the frontal or side or back portions of the player don't line up into their collision detection system that allows this Patriot player to be able to make a tackle. So that's some of the reason I do the late juke. Some of it's because I'm a bit older and I'm a bit slower, but you know, I have always had a habit of doing it at the last possible second. So what ends up happening here in this play is I do this little juke and the player can't interact, so he's gone. So here I make my little adjustment because I see the blocker cutting off the other Patriots coming upfield. I notice I have some field and I've got some guys that are closing in on me, so I begin to build up my meter and then I'll pop it so that way I can get a little extra speed boost. Now, here's where the instance where video game issues cause a big problem here. So I'm looking at right here at the corner of my television. Right here is this D-back, and he's closing in. He's got the angle because he's closing into this spot right here. He's got the angle to make a touchdown saving tackle right there at about the 6-yard line. So what ends up happening is after my speed boost, this back is starting to close in a little bit. So after the speed boost, he makes a slight adjustment to where he's now aiming to get me at about the 3-yard line. Here's where the game itself caused a problem that allowed me to get this. So I'm going to put the camera here on the D-back just to get a good angle here. Now watch the hand right here of this defender that's trying to make a play. Now he's diving to try and make a tackle. Now, it's hard to tell, but there's a little hiccup here. There's a little hiccup that happens between the interaction of the defender and the runner. This little hiccup is going to cause a momentary interruption of the forward progress that this guy has, which is going to change what ends up happening here between that defender and myself. So you see he goes down for it, and you see how he reacts. He's having to reshuffle his feet because he's taken out of his normal stride animation and put into an animation to where he has to gain his speed back by accelerating back upfield. The defender knew that I was supposed to be in this area where he's pointing his hitbox, probably somewhere in this area here, but because he's now not pointing his tackling animation box to where anywhere on this player, he basically is forced into an animation to where he has to hurdle over a downed player. Even though there's not a downed player immediately in front of him, there is one here, so the game has to recognize that. And because of this, it allows my running back to get those extra 2 yards for the touchdown. Now, I've said it in a number of my videos before, this game was not perfect, and there are instances when this game can be manipulated for your own purposes. In this instance, this small little hiccup caused a problem to where my guy actually benefited and scored a touchdown. Again, I'll show you the tail end of it here a few times. You see that little hesitation there. I'll zoom in a little closer. But you see that hesitation right there is the exact reason why I was given a touchdown, because the defender over pursues because of this movement by my halfback, and that pretty much allowed me to walk in the extra 2 yards to get the score. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much, and y'all have a great day. God bless.